Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and to another Black Desert Online video. Real quick, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and you can hit that little bell icon so you're notified when new videos are posted. And leave a comment in the comment section down below if there's any particular video you want to see or if there's any particular topic you would like me to do a video on as it relates to BDO. So this video is going to be more of a beginner's guide than anything. I had a comment on another video where someone mentioned that I had mentioned the node system in one of my videos, but they didn't know what it was because they were a beginner. So this video is going to be geared more towards beginners. If you're the type of player that's just done nothing but grinding and hasn't really played with some of the other systems in BDO, then you may find it helpful as well. So in BDO, we have sort of a bunch of systems inside the game itself, and one of those systems is the node systems. And there's basically three types of nodes, the way that I like to classify them. You have your towns and cities, which is where you're going to have your crafting stations that you can put in and have a worker make things for you. You're going to have your production nodes, which are the nodes that you can send workers to gather ore, lumber, herbs, whatever you need, potatoes, chicken meat, all that kind of fun stuff. And then you're going to have what I call the linking nodes, which are the nodes that don't have any value to them other than to connect you from town to town, which is really only useful for trading so that you get that trading bonus. Now, in order to even get a node, you have to have contribution points. And the two ways that you can get contribution points is either questing or with cooking and alchemy. When you use cooking and alchemy, you'll get a byproduct called Witch's Delicacy and Mysterious Catalyst that you can then take to the vendor and exchange it for contribution experience to get contribution points. If you're new in the game, I would highly recommend completing the main story quest line at least up to Medea, because otherwise you're not really going to have enough contribution points to invest to really gain any benefit. When you're starting out, you need to also remember that when you get a production node, in order to have benefit from it, you're going to need to put a worker on it. In order to put a worker on it, it has to be connected to whatever town your worker is based in. And in order to have workers, you need to have contribution invested into lodging in that main city or town. Now, every city and town gets one free worker lodging, and you can also, if you want to spend money, buy one more additional worker lodging per town and city from the Pearl Shop, which over the years I have done that. So I do have, some free worker lodging that I did buy, but you can usually get plenty that everything you need within the game itself. Now, when you start setting up your nodes, or what a lot of people like to call your worker empire, initially when you're first starting out, you need to sit down and kind of take a look at it and see how you want to make money from it. Do you want to base it around cooking and gathering materials that you need for cooking? Do you want to base it around making trade crates to, level up to Artisan 2 and then go trade in with the Desert Buff for money? Or do you just want to get materials that you can just take out of your storage, put it on the market, and just make passive silver? Initially, you're not going to have enough contribution to do all the above, and even when you have higher amounts of contribution, it is usually still more efficient to kind of focus down on one area, so that way you're maximizing your resources coming in. Now, in order to get a node, if you do not have a value pack, you will have to go to the node manager themselves to invest contribution into the node. If you do have a value pack active, then you can just click on the node from the map and invest a contribution at a cost of 10 energy. As far as getting workers, you can either buy workers from the registration, or if you're starting out, you can also spend energy at the NPC to roll workers. Now, I would highly recommend, if you've got enough energy, to not get any naive workers because they can't be promoted. At least get a green grade, preferably a blue grade worker, so that as they level up, they will get promotion opportunities, and then you can promote them up to, professional and then hopefully artisan. Now, when you're just starting out, it's going to be a little harder to optimize your workers for the type of node that they're on. But the way the workers usually go are your goblins are going to have your fastest work speed. Your humans are going to have the most luck. So you're going to kind of put them on nodes that you're really after the secondary item. Like on the chicken node, what you're really after are the eggs. And then your giants are going to be the ones that have the most stamina and are overall going to put out the most production. So it's good to have those, especially if you're the type of person that works long shifts, things like that, and you want to leave them running all day. They're still going to be turning whenever you come home. Now, once you figured out how you want to use your nodes, all you have to do is, once you have the contribution invested into them, is click on the production node or the crafting workshop, and then click on whatever worker you want to put on it. Select the amount of times. Usually you can just hit F for max, and then just click start, and then your workers will start gathering your materials or crafting whatever you have selected. Now, it's also worth mentioning that certain things like fishing boats and wagons have multiple parts that have to be crafted, and you can actually assign multiple workers at a time to work on crafting it so that it does get turned out faster. Now, as your empire grows, like as you gain more contribution and more energy, you're going to need to rework your node system. There'll be better nodes or more nodes that you can get a hold of, and that may require you moving contribution around. So don't hesitate to do that. Whenever you get further into the game, make sure you sit back and look and be like, do I really still need this node? Would the contribution be better invested somewhere else based on what you're doing at the time as far as making money utilizing that contribution? Now, as far as the best node setup, it's really just going to depend on what you are wanting to use it for. There are certain nodes, like if you're just wanting to gather materials to throw on the marketplace, that I would recommend getting. Any of your excavation nodes that are giving you traces are good ones to have. And then your chicken nodes for the eggs, those will get bought up quickly. Olives, grapes usually get bought up quickly. And like your birch, maple, fir timber, pine timber, and cedar timber will usually get bought up to be turned into plywood for trade crates as well. And if you're thinking about using like processing to make money, it's a good idea to get like your zinc and your tin ore nodes, copper, iron, the coal node outside of Kepler, any of your timber nodes that you can then process into plywood is a great way to set up some passive and / AFK income. But like I said, it's all going to depend on how you want to set it up and what you want to use it for. The overall best strategy is to try to set it up to support whatever life skill that you're going to focus on. So that way you can increase the profits of the items that you're making instead of having to buy as much stuff off the marketplace. Even if you do have, artisan, goblins, giants, humans, whatever on all the nodes, if you're a life skiller and you're just cooking nonstop all day, every day, or alchemy, or just processing nonstop, you're still going to have to buy items off the marketplace just to keep up with your demand. But by having a good node system set up, you can really cut back on how much it bites into your profits. Well, that's going to do it for this video. Let me know in the comment section if you guys have any questions. And I will also leave some links down in the description for some useful websites as far as what nodes give what. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't. Hit that like button if you enjoyed it. And like I said, leave anything in the comment section as far as any videos you guys would like to see or any topics you would like me to cover. And I will make that happen for you guys. And I hope you guys have a great day.